Alrighty. We're going to be calling this meeting to order at 6:02 p.m. Wednesday, June 17, 2026. Could I please have a roll call?
Sure. Dr. Michael Thomas.
Present.
O'Neill Gray.
Here.
Lauren Dowden.
Present.
David Shepard.
Present.
Rachel Merrickwin, present. Denise Jones.
Yes.
Michael Allmiller.
Present.
All are here.
Thank you. If everyone could please stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you very much. If the board could please review the agenda in front of them, and if there are no additions or deletions, if someone could please make a first to approve the agenda.
Motion to approve the agenda.
Very good. And is there a second? Excellent. And a roll call, please.
Dr. Michael Thomas.
Yes.
O'Neill Gray.
Yes.
Lauren Dowden.
Yay.
Rachel Merrickwin, yes. Denise Jones.
Yes.
David Shepard.
Yes.
Michael Allmiller.
Yay.
Motion passes.
Thank you. Okay, at this time, we'll go into our staff reports. So we're handing it off now to Dr. Jenna Woodland.
Okay. So first up this evening, we have a presentation from 3 of our lovely Central Middle School students in honor and celebration of Juneteenth. So I'm going to first welcome London. Would you come speak on our behalf? Hi, London.
She's a little nervous.
Of
Is it
course,
okay if
of
I
course.
stand with her?
Yes, absolutely.
You got this. Take a deep breath.
Hi, my name is London Wilson. I'm officially a 7th grader at CMS. Thank you for the opportunity to speak today. Before I begin, I would like to give a brief history lesson about Juneteenth and why it's so important. Did you know that when freedom came to America, not everyone got the message at the same time? Juneteenth is a holiday that celebrates the end of slavery in the United States. The name Juneteenth comes from combining the words June and the 19th because it is celebrated on June 19, 1865. On that day, Union soldiers arrived in Texas and announced that enslaved African Americans in Texas were finally free. Even though President Abraham Lincoln had already declared that enslaved people in other states were free on January 1st, 1863. Many enslaved people in Texas did not learn they were free for more than 2 years. Texas was far from many of the Civil War battles, and the news was not enforced there right away. While slavery had already ended in many other states, Texas was one of the last places where enslaved people were still being held. As an African American student, Juneteenth is important to me because it honors the strength, faith, courage, and perseverance of my ancestors. It reminds me that freedom was not experienced at the same time for everyone, and that many people had to wait years to receive the rights they deserved. Living in a diverse community, Juneteenth gives me an opportunity to share an important part of American history, celebrate freedom, and encourage understanding, respect, and unity amongst people of all backgrounds. It is a day to remember the past, appreciate the progress that has been made, and continue working towards equality for everyone. Juneteenth it is more than a date on the calendar. It is a reminder that freedom, justice, and equality are worth celebrating and protecting for my people. Thank you for listening and learning from me today.
Thank you so much, London.
Great job.
Next up, we have Maribel. If you'd like to come up. Maribel is also a member of our Student Advisory Board.
Welcome.
Good evening. I'm Maribel Harkins, an upcoming 8th grader at Central Middle School. Today I will speak on the significance of Juneteenth, as well as a bit of history behind it. Juneteenth, or Freedom Day, is the second Independence Day for the United States. We celebrate this day on June 19th to recognize the events that happened in Galveston, Texas, 160 years ago. On this day, Union troops marched into Galveston Bay, Texas, and announced with the General Order No. 3, the people of Texas are informed that in accordance with a proclamation from the Executive of the United States, all slaves are free. This officially freed all slaves from the Confederate States. Before this, in 1863, the Emancipation Proclamation declared slavery illegal in all states not in the Union. However, it wasn't until the 13th Amendment was passed in 1865 that slavery was completely abolished. The following years were that of hope and hard work as African American people began to reunite families, run for office, and build communities. This period was known as post-emancipation or Reconstruction. June 19th continued to be celebrated as years went on. And in 1968, during the Civil Rights Act, Ralph Abernathy drew on the symbolization of Juneteenth as a holiday celebrating liberation and justice. In 1980, Juneteenth was made an official state holiday in Texas. Years later, in 2021, it was officially made a federal holiday. At the signing of Juneteenth National Independence Day Act, President Joe Biden said, "Juneteenth marks both the long and hard night of slavery and subjugation, and a promise of a brighter morning to come. This is the day of in my view, profound weight and profound power. A day in which we remember the moral stain and terrible toll that slavery took on the country and continues to take. What I've long called America's original sin. By making Juneteenth a federal holiday, all Americans can feel the power of this day and learn from our history and celebrate progress and grapple with the distance we've come, but the distance we have to travel. This holiday is not only an anniversary, but also a commemoration of all the hard work and injustice that has been endured by African Americans to get to this point. On June 19th, people will celebrate with the color red as a reminder of the bloodshed, as well as honor the sacrifices made by their forefathers. The song Lift Every Voice and Sing, which is widely known as the Black American National Anthem, carries this message with the lyrics, "Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song with the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of our new day begun, let us march on till victory is won." Though America has come a long way since slavery was first abolished, progress cannot be halted. Juneteenth will continue to remind us that there will always be more work needed to be done to establish equality. Thank you for your time and attention. Good night.
We actually have two more, so Talia Knight. Hi, Talia. She's also a member of our Student Advisory Board.
Hello, board members.
She always comes with candy too, we appreciate.
Juneteenth is a federal holiday established in 2020 to commemorate the emancipation of enslaved African Americans. June 19th is the day we celebrate with our family members and friends to honor the day when African Americans in Galveston, Texas received the news that they have gotten freedom from slavery in 1865. Juneteenth celebrates the day of June 19th of 1865 when enslaved African Americans in Galveston, Texas finally received word of their freedom from slavery. Arriving more than 2 years after the Emancipation Proclamation, this milestone is observed as Americans' second Independence Day and testament to Black resilience. Juneteenth to me means remembering the people who fought for us and our future, African Americans to have the freedoms we have now. And that day we used to spend time with our loved ones outside and enjoying the warm weather, playing outside, laughing and barbecuing, and enjoying each other's presence. One last thing I would like to say is try to use this day to remember the people who fought for you and helped you get to where you are now.
And last but not least, Nancy.
Hi, board members. Hi, audience. To be honest, I did a lot of research about Juneteenth, but then I was like, I don't want to bore them with all of my facts, so I'm just gonna talk about what it means to me. Historically, Juneteenth was chosen to commemorate the Emancipation Proclamation and the abolishment of slavery. Slavery was experienced by the minority races across the Americas for hundreds of years, transcending generations. During that prolonged period, our ancestors carried the weight of the oppressive shackles of pain. Our ancestors prayed that their children would break these chains. Their children didn't just break these chains, they broke the stone holding the chains. Juneteenth is a reminder of the day our ancestors broke their chains. It is a reminder that the American dream is possible for all. It is a reminder that no one should be subjected to inhumane treatments. The American dream was given to us as we have equality of rights. The slaves of the plantation had a name, a culture, and an ancestry before they were removed from their homes and transported across the Atlantic. Juneteenth represents freedom from whips, from loss of identity, from frozen voices. It represents equality of personal rights as well as the right to own property, to not be property, and so much more. Today, we stand on the shoulders of those who came before us, those who fought long and hard to be free, redeemed from those shackles of master and slave. We celebrate the pioneers and ancestors and the generations who have come after us, who brought pride to our families, our communities, and the country. The doctors, the lawyers, the industrialists, the entrepreneurs, the educators, the freedom fighters, and so much more. Every rising, every shattered wall and ceiling that held us down. Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks, Barack Obama, Maya Angelou, George Washington Carver, Muhammad Ali, Serena Williams, and so much more have embraced this freedom and continue to inspire us to greatness on this Juneteenth. On this Juneteenth, I hope that you'll celebrate them and all of the people who have come before us.
Excellent job. Thank you so much. I see a lot of family members here as well, so thank you so much for coming out tonight. And please, you do not have to stay, but if you'd like to, you're more than welcome. And of course, there's cupcakes on your way out. Right. All right. Next on our agenda, we have a review of our end-of-year celebrations. So our end-of-year celebrations were the highlight of the year, as always. We celebrated 18 employees who were awarded 5 years of service, 16 employees who were awarded 10 years of service, 2 employees who were awarded 15 years of service, 11 employees who were awarded 20 years of service, and 2 employees who were awarded 25 years of service. We also celebrated 5 retirees in person that day and distributed our #BeEvergreen Awards. It was a great day filled with fun, joy, laughter, and many tears, as always. Thank you to Michael and Denise for also making it out to this event. Super fun. All right. Next up on the agenda is our facilities timeline. Well, Michael has a lot of copies of this that he may want to distribute. So this is also critical information, as Michael is going to be speaking to later regarding the potential. If the resolution is approved tonight, we will not be having a July board meeting. So I wanted to ensure that all board members had proper communication regarding our facilities timeline. And so if you will see, in order to meet the legal requirements, particularly to put something on the ballot in November, the Board of Ed needs to take action in August at our regularly scheduled August board meeting. From there, the election would be put into place in November, and this timeline represents, it's also public on our website at this moment in time, the drawings that would be completed within 6 to 8 months, a bid process that's in June. July, we would be breaking ground of 27, typically 18 months of construction, and then spring, summer demolition of our existing facilities, and 2029 punch list items to be completed, and then the tentative opening date, if the referendum is approved, in August of 2029. If you'd like to go to the next page, exciting, right? I see some smiles over there. So I'd like to just represent to the board, I know I shared in an email, what the potential ballot language would look like. But before I do that, I think it's critical for you to understand the process that takes place prior to. So PMA, or PTMA, because they just merged, if you recall Tammy, she comes, she presents, she's our financial municipal advisor. She works, and I work directly with Chapman and Cutler. Chapman and Cutler is a legal financial company that supports school districts in ensuring ballot language is legally compliant and meets the criteria set forth in order to place on a ballot. And so we've been meeting with Chapman and Cutler, and they serve as our bond counsel for state and local government bodies financing public infrastructure like schools, hospitals, airports, and sports facilities. And they support boards such as yourself and recommending legally defendable bond language for ballot consideration. So they will then write an election resolution, and that resolution will need to be board approved legally in August in order for it to be transferred onto the ballot in November. So Chapman and Cutler from there, if board approved, will file the resolution with the Cook County Clerk's office, and then this directs them to place it on the ballot in November. So I wanted to ensure all board members had that information so they can ensure they understand the timeline specifically. So the ballot language, as recommended by them and working directly with the district, is shall the Board of Education of Evergreen Park School District number 124, Cook County, Illinois, build and equip a school building to replace the Central Middle School building, including construction of secured entryways, Americans with Disabilities Act, ADA compliance measures, STEM, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics learning spaces, a gymnasium, a storm shelter, and installation of safety and security systems and technology infrastructure and equipped, improve the site thereof, including reconfiguration of parking lots and drop-off pickup zones, and issue its bonds in the amount of $68 million for the purpose of paying the costs thereof.
Well, that's a run-on sentence.
Yes, definitely a run-on sentence. So what's really important for you to be aware of is there are certain things they recommend putting in, and then there's certain things that they don't. And from a compliance standpoint, anything that we put in this language, we have to use the funding towards. So that's why it's very specifically driven. And for example, if you didn't put in a gym, then you might not be able to use the funding for those purposes. So very explicit directions from them and really working closely with them as well. All right. Any questions from any board members around the timeline for the resolution? All right. And that is it for my report for this evening.
All right, next up, curriculum and instruction, Dr. Ashley Carlson, hello.
Hello, I'm sharing an update on Project Tree. If you remember, about this time last year, I came to you with some changes that we were gonna make with regards to Project Tree for the 25-26 school year. Some of those are listed up there. So we eliminated the early start, and we also eliminated the busing. So allowing all of the kids to stay within their home school for Project Tree, not send them out to the other buildings. With that, we added a full-time project tree teacher at Northeast. Because we wanted to be equitable with that, they all should have a full-time project tree teacher. We also reconsidered the matrix that we use to expand opportunities for students as well, kind of to broaden it a little bit, look at some different factors for project tree. We also, with that reconsideration of the matrix, really also looked to create more of a pathway for acceleration. So whether it be single subject acceleration or full grade level acceleration, we have a lot of students who qualify for project tree and are kind of in this cluster, but then we also have students that qualify for project tree and more. So we wanted to have more options for that. We did continue to offer the English and algebra at the high school to our 8th grade students as well. So that was the changes that were made prior to this year. So these are some wins that we are seeing. So we have increased the number of students participating. If you look at the bottom, that total students line there shows since 2021-22 when we started, the number of project tree students has gone from 106 to 168. 168, that's 26-27, so that even is showing what it is for next school year. So we've really expanded those options, and you can see the last 2 years, that is with our new configurations. So going from 119 to 165, and then up to 168. We have also closed the demographics gap, so I'm super excited about this. If you look there, 21-22 when we started, our minority students only made up 33% of students in Project Tree, with 67% of our students being non-minority. We've really been working on that since the start, and if you see for next year, 26-27, it is the first year where our minority students make up 52% of our Project Tree classes. So I think that that is pretty awesome. We have 2 classes of ELA and math at CMS for 6th and 7th grade. So that is a change. We've really only been 1 class in the past. So we have expanded enough that we have 2, which is great. And we, like I said, have increased the opportunity for single subject and whole grade acceleration. We have 6 current students that are doing that. A couple of students that last year had the option for single subject acceleration and did that, and now this year they've done so well, they feel very comfortable with their new peers that they were maybe in math with, or one student was in ELA with, that they're actually going to do whole grade acceleration then and just fully be with that group because they've been so successful. So really that is one of the best ways to keep those students continuing to grow. So I'm excited that we're doing that. And then our next steps. So we are really gonna work on solidifying more of those enrichment opportunities for K-3. It occurred this year in those small group settings, but we still want more consistency with that. So it is still a work in progress. So we'll continue to work on that next year. That's occurring during our win time, which teachers did a great job jumping into this year, but it was new. So we're gonna continue to grow that. We're updating alternative cores for ELA at CMS. So getting some feedback from the high school. Our students that are coming over for math are, totally ready. We really want to work on more of some of those speaking skills, even those public speaking skills that are a huge expectation at the high school. So we're working, we had great examples of it tonight, right? So continue to work on that, and we do really want to increase the rigor of that ELA at our 6th and 7th grade levels. So we are going to be using alternative core for them next year. Our 8th grade students that are going to the high school will not have to do a 0 hour next year, which is great news for parents and families who don't love bringing their kids to 0 hour. So we've worked on some things with that. And then we are gonna need to work with the high school with regards to those increased numbers, because those 2 classes that we have that are in 7th grade now, we're really gonna need to kind of tweak that and figure out what that's gonna look like for next year. So those are some of our upcoming goals and things that we're working on, but we're excited about the progress. So, thanks.
All right, next up, student support services, with Ms. Rebecca Tyler.
Okay, I'm gonna do the first part, Meg will do the second part. Okay, so I'm gonna report on our third annual Special Olympics. It was held on May 26th at the Evergreen Park Sports Complex. So this year we had 102 athletes, 19 coaches across all 5 buildings. Just a little bit about the Young Athletes Program, provides children the ability, the same opportunities to advance in core developmental milestones. They practice weekly, and then they have a culminating event, which is our end of the year event. This year we had our D124 alumni and 14 new Evergreen Park Eclipse All-Stars declared the games open. So we had 3 members of that team. If you guys remember, that team went to the World Series last year. So we had Miss Molly Goike, Miss Addison Merskis, and Miss Lainey Shillow. So they came, opened the games, and then they did walk around, and a couple of the little girls were very excited to see their idols. So that was good. And then, of course, Officer Wright also did our torch run as usual with some of our students that participated. So grateful always to the Evergreen Park Sports Complex. Good for us, they were a little behind on their renovation. So we got to use a little bit more than we expected of the building, so we were a little nervous about that, but it all worked out. They were very good. If you wanna roll the slide, we just have a couple pictures from that day. So there were 3 little all-stars. So it was a good night, or good day. That's it.
Hi, everyone. So in the ever-changing world of special legislation, there's always changes to documents and policies and procedures, and so I'm here tonight to talk with you guys. One of the changes we needed to look at was reviewing and changing our district behavior intervention procedures for students with disabilities. Section 1408 of the Illinois School Code requires us, all districts, to establish procedures that govern the use of behavior interventions for students with disabilities. These procedures have to be documented and then provided annually to parents at their IEP meetings. This is a new change. They used to only have to be provided in initial IEP meetings. So we wanted to make sure our documents were up to date and in line with all current ISB procedures. And so in April, under the guidance from our attorneys, we met with the handbook committee and we reviewed a document that was provided as like a draft from our attorneys to look at to be our new behavior intervention procedures document. We kind of reviewed it. Several of the board members were there. We had a whole big group of stakeholders, parents, including parents of some of our students with disabilities, teachers, staff, admin, and had some good discussion around the documents. And the next step is just having it adopted by the board. So this document really just kind of has 5 areas that it talks about. It has the different types of interventions, the criteria for when a student has to have a behavior intervention plan looked at for them, the policies around monitoring restrictive interventions, professional development for staff, and then how this document will be distributed. So our new proposed document has all of those things in place. It's completely aligned with Illinois State Board Education requirements and Illinois State Code. So the next step is just having you guys adopt it, and then it will go out when we have the annual IEP meetings with families, in addition to their procedural safeguard document, a document about PUNS, which is community supports they can access. And then I know Mr. Shepard talked a little bit about the ABLE savings account. So we also now we're required to give and explain to parents that document as well. So it'll be one kind of group of documents that we'll walk through with parents at their IEP meetings. So, thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Okay, next we have the business office, and it better not be Eric
It
Grossi.
is not Eric
Okay.
Grossi. I am playing the role of Eric Grossi tonight. So May was a 3-month payroll, so we had a little more in salaries and benefits than most months. If you wanna switch to the next slide. As a result, our fund balances went down slightly. Eric has no other reports on that. The next on the agenda is the Aero budget to be approved as an action item tonight. So overall expenditures increased from by 11.54%, so it's 4.3 million. Total expenditures budgeted at 29.5 million, our largest increase over the past few years, but the main changes, and I believe David also spoke about this at the last meeting, is our increase to program costs, so particularly tied to an increase in enrollment, which ultimately has a lot to do with salaries and benefits. So the STAR program increase is 4.3 million, and our Connect program is 2.3 million throughout the course of the budget. And again, that's due to increased student enrollment and the need to increase staff. Overall, Eric and I do not have any concerns regarding the Aero budget, and we support the 11.54% increase.
So just so that I'm clear, these numbers represent like the total increases in the total budget, and we pay our like pro rata share.
Correct,
Okay.
that's exactly right. So this is their overall total budget, but every cooperating board member has to approve it.
Sure.
Yes. Well, you don't have to approve it, but I recommend that you
Yes.
approve it.
Our Aero board member is in favor of it?
Oh, yes, most definitely.
Awesome.
Thanks.
And remember, we still get a little bit back at the end. It's gonna be a little delayed, but we'll get a little bit back at the end. A little bit back, so.
And that's it.
Excellent. I have a question for Eric right now that I'd love
Yes.
for you to
Type out.
not feed him, because I hope that he's busy feeding somebody else right now. But I was curious, we got this email from Cook County about
Yes, the
how
taxes.
the taxes are delayed yet again, and they're opening up
Yep.
lines of zero interest credit. It's my understanding that we're in a fund balance position where that's not really gonna be necessary on our end, but I would like at some point like a little explanation of when it may be necessary for us.
Sure.
And just like an overall report on like where we're at, given that they're not fulfilling their funding obligations to us.
Yes, perfect. We can make sure, we can add it to a finance committee meeting too.
Perfect.
All right. Thanks.
Thank you. Okey dokey. Next up, we have board reports. Discussion on resolution authorizing certain payments and canceling July regular board meeting. So I sent around an email, Dr. Woodland did as well. We are looking at approving the expenditures for next month, and these are all anticipated expenditures like regular bills,
We
staff.
want the lights to stay on.
Right, exactly. They're not authorized to all of a sudden go buy things that are not regular expenditures or t-shirt cannons or anything like that. Though I did hear some requests for a t-shirt cannon. So I just wanted to open it up to the board if there's any, questions or concerns, so we can discuss it. Otherwise, and I guess I'll also throw out there, it's pretty common to not hold a July meeting. A lot of boards don't do it. Our sister district, the high school district, in fact, does not hold a July meeting, so we're not really gonna miss anything. I believe last year we were done at 6:40 PM for our July meeting, so
Yeah.
it's my hope that we can just get ourselves a little summer break and then come back refreshed and ready to go for another great school year.
Yes. And Michael and I did talk about, I don't know if you wanna share, if there is a need for a special board
Yeah.
meeting.
Yeah, we can always call one and we
Yeah.
can get together and do what we gotta do.
Especially because we're gonna pass a referendum, hopefully.
Yeah,
We're certainly gonna give them the choice to pass
Yes.
it. Alright. So we are gonna move on to public comments at this time, and I have a public comment here, so I'm gonna just read my spiel real quick, and then we will turn the floor over to our citizen. Per Board of Education Policy 2230, a few reminders specifically about the logistics for the public comment portion of every meeting, including this evening. As is posted on our agenda publicly for every meeting, to respect all of our stakeholders, our commenters, our board, our public, we adhere very closely to the 3-minute time limit for comments for everyone. We will set a timer and we expect everyone to respect their 3 minutes. In addition, we do not respond to public comments at board meetings, but we hear them, we respect, we listen to, and take into account all community member concerns. If there is a specific concern that comes up that we can respond to after the meeting, we will do so in a timely manner, or we will designate Dr. Woodland or the relevant employee to respond to the public comment with the information requested. So at this time, we're going to be handing the floor over to Chelsea Cummings. Chelsea. Hello.
One second. Carter and Elise, don't ever be afraid to stand up for what's right. Have my children here with me. It's a teachable moment.
Okay.
My name is Chelsea Cummings, and I have worked in the Human Resources Department of this office since October of last year. As I have ended my employment effective June 19th, I feel as though it is my obligation to leave you with these remarks. With a master's degree in human resources, I am more than qualified to do the job that I was hired to do. However, with outdated systems and systemic racism at the root of the district, I felt obligated to not only end my employment, but to shed light on some desperate need for change. Unfortunately, it did not take long for me to realize that the environment was not one that I was welcomed in. The work environment here lacks a culture of inclusion. Instead, it fosters an environment of racial divide. A true culture of diversity, equality, and inclusion is a top-down value that must start with leadership, and in my short tenure in this district, I've come to appreciate that diversity and inclusion at minimum are not considered valuable. As an employee of this district, a mother with children who belong to schools in this district, and a property tax-paying resident in this district, I have an inside-out perspective. I've learned that a watchful eye is required to ensure that my children are treated fairly, equitably, and equally when necessary. As I stand before a Board of Education containing at least 3 members of color, I urge you to use your position of power to make an impactful change for people who look like you. Don't just take up space, actually reflect on the reason why you wanted a seat on the board and create a space that fosters a positive environment for people of all races, backgrounds, and creeds. I urge this district to simply do better. During my time here, my rights to privacy were violated and disregarded. My very sensitive medical records were carelessly exposed to an employee outside of the HR department. I urgently emailed directors and went 5 days with no response regarding my detailed information requested. In-office disputes that I was informed would be addressed by leadership went completely ignored. My good mornings and hellos fell on deaf ears and received no responses. I was given no support during things that were necessary for me to do my job. This district pays $20,000 a year for Frontline, yet no one in the district knows how to use it or is willing to learn. Your director of technology said, and I quote, "Chelsea has made it further with Frontline than anyone." The problem is that I'm not paid to be tech support for Frontline. I'm paid to use Frontline, but I was given no support. Essentially, what I'm saying to you is that kindness is free, and I've seen that that doesn't really exist in this place for people who look like me. To this board, my prayer is that you've heard me and that God will call you to do what He wants you to do. That's my time.
You can keep going.
Oh, it was very short. I was at the end. Essentially, what I'm saying to you is that kindness is free. To the board, my prayer is that you've heard me and that God will call you to do the work that we're depending on you to do. People of color in this district need more support from you and are depending on you to make the changes. I personally don't need anything. I'm extremely blessed. But what I've seen is that my coworkers and the people who are leaving who look like me can't afford to speak out. So really, I'm speaking to you not because I personally need anything from you. I'm gonna go home this summer and kick my feet up all summer long. I'm extremely blessed. God has covered me. But there are so many people who have left this district and have not been able to speak up because they're afraid that they won't be able to find another job. So I'm speaking up to you on behalf of all of them. My children are growing up in this district and I really need it to be better for them. They should be able to work in this district if they want to and not receive the experience that I received. I worked hard for my education. I'm more than qualified. I should be able to come in here and do the job that I was hired to do without made to feel like I have a tail or am not worthy to be in this space. And those are my remarks. Thank you for allowing me to finish. I appreciate that.
Thank you, Ms. Cummings.
Thank you.
At this time, we are into our action items. The consent agenda is in front of us. Item A. Number 1, approve monthly transaction reports for May 2026. Number 2, approve fund balance reports for May 2026. 3, approve expenditure report and projected payroll report for June 2026. 4, approve board minutes from the regular meeting of May 20, 2026. 5, approve destruction of closed session tapes from February 2022. 6, personnel recommendations. There are 15 additions, 1 leave of absence for FMLA, 9 resignations. Do I have a first?
Motion to approve consent agenda item A.
Thank you. Is there a second?
I'll second.
And roll call, please.
Dr. Michael Thomas,
Yes.
Rachel Merrickwin, yes. David Shepherd,
Yes.
Denise Jones.
Yes.
Lauren Dowden.
Yay.
O'Neill Gray, Michael Allmiller.
Yay.
Motion passes.
Thank you very much. Item B, approve new dean at Central Middle School effective July 1, 2026, internal. I would like to exercise my prerogative and make the first motion.
Second.
And is there, oh, excuse me, thank you for that second. Can we have a roll call, please?
Michael Allmiller,
Yay.
Denise Jones.
Yes.
Rachel Merrickwin, yes. David Shepherd,
Yes.
Lauren Dowden.
Yay.
Dr. Michael Thomas.
Yes.
O'Neill Gray.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Excellent.
Thank you guys. I just wanted to say thank you so much. I really appreciate the opportunity to do more for the district in a different capacity than I would have already been doing. So I really do appreciate the opportunity.
Thank you. And I do have a short introduction from Dr. Mueller. She was unable to be here tonight, so I'm gonna read it on her behalf. So she was selected to transition to the Dean of Students role. One of the things I'm most proud of as a district is our ability to grow and develop leaders from within. And Melissa is a wonderful example of that. Over the past 10 years, she's built strong relationships with students, families, and colleagues while consistently demonstrating a deep commitment to doing what is best for students. Melissa understands our students, our staffs, our systems, and our culture. She brings a thoughtful approach to student support, a strong belief in relationship building, and a desire to continue learning and growing as a leader. She will continue our efforts to strengthen intervention systems, expand opportunities for student involvement, support positive student behavior, and ensure students receive the support they need to be successful. So welcome, and we have a swag bag for you.
Thank you.
One of them, does it matter?
That's for her.
Okay. Oh, okay, great, thank you.
can take off.
Thank you so
Yes,
much.
congratulations.
Thank you so much. I appreciate
Yes,
it.
yes.
Thank you guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Just, good afternoon. Just for a second. What are we, like a second, third year of the dean's second year?
We're going into year 3.
Going into year 3, okay. Just to let you know, we're going into year 3. Something that we approached years ago and we were skeptical about whether it was gonna work or not. We had no idea, but we knew we had a huge problem and we had to do some corrections. With that said, we are very proud and happy with the direction that Central is going right now. The complaints have dropped rock bottom. We know because we have to stay after hours for free, 9, 10 o'clock, trying to figure out what's going on in Central. That has been eliminated mostly. And I just want to pledge for me, and I hope I can speak for my board members, whatever support you need to get this position done, please don't be hesitant to let us know.
Thank you.
I don't care what you need, just let us know, because we want to continue to draw off the success that we got going on.
I'm gonna hold you to that, Mr. Shepherd.
All right, gang?
T-shirt cannon.
Maybe a t-shirt slingshot. Okay.
All right.
Item C, approve new dean at Central Middle School effective July 1, 2026. Is there a first?
Motion. Second.
Excellent. And a roll call, please.
We're fighting over this, okay. Denise Jones.
Yes.
Dr. Michael
Yes.
Thomas. O'Neill Gray.
Yes.
Lauren Dowden.
Yay.
Rachel Merrickwin, yes. David Shepherd.
Yes.
Michael Allmiller.
Yay.
Motion passed.
Very good.
We're so excited to have you as well. So please, I'm going to introduce you from Dr. Mueller, if that's okay. So please join me in welcoming Joe Butler as our next Dean of Students. So Joe brings 4 years of Dean experience at Oaklawn High School, previous experience as a middle school teacher, and services as a former police officer. This diverse background provides him with a well-rounded perspective on student support, safety, relationship building, and responding to student needs in developmentally appropriate and supportive ways. What excites me most is Joe's commitment to students and his belief that strong relationships, consistency, and accountability can all help students be successful. He will be an important addition to the CMS team as we continue our work around PBIS, student support services, and in creating an environment with students feel both supported and challenged to grow. So welcome, Joe. We're so happy to have you. And of course, we have swag. Yes, go ahead, please.
Thank you very much, I appreciate it. I'm excited to join the team at Central and the family of Green Park. I had my booster shot yesterday, so I'm a little under the weather. Thank you. I like your words, you're gonna.
Retired law enforcement too, so don't worry about it. We got you.
Congratulations, Joe.
Nice to meet you. You as well.
There you go. There you go.
Thank you. Congratulations. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right.
Excellent. Item D, adopt district behavioral intervention procedures for students with disabilities. Is there a first?
First,
Who wants it?
I'll give it to O'Neill.
All right, and a second, please.
Second. All right, O'Neill Gray.
Yay.
Denise Jones.
Yes.
Dr. Michael Thomas.
Yes.
Lauren Dowden.
Yay.
David Shepherd.
Yes.
Rachel Merrickwin, yes. Michael Miller.
Yay.
Motion passed.
Excellent. Item E, approve fiscal year 27 Aero budget. Is there-
First,
And is there a second?
Second.
Very good, and a roll call, please.
and everyone's excited today. All right, Denise Jones.
Yes.
Dr. Michael Thomas.
Yes.
Rachel Merrickwin, yes. David Shepherd.
Yes.
Lauren Dowden.
Yay.
O'Neill Gray.
Yes.
Michael Miller.
Yay.
Motion passed.
Thank you very much. Item F, approve board resolution authorizing certain payments and canceling July regular board meeting. Is there a first?
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Very good. And a roll call, please.
Rachel Merrickwin, yes.
I thought it would look bad if I did separate.
Denise Jones.
Yes.
O'Neill Gray.
Yes.
David Shepherd.
Yes.
Lauren Dowden.
Yay.
Dr. Michael Thomas.
Yes.
Michael Miller.
Yay.
Motion passed.
Excellent, thank you. And item G, approve first reading of new policy 712, educational equity as recommended by the board policy committee. Is there a first?
I'll make the motion.
And a second, please.
Second.
And roll call, please.
Okay, Rachel Merrickwin, yes. Dr. Michael Thomas.
Yes.
O'Neill Gray.
Yes.
David Shepherd.
Yes.
Lauren Dowden.
Yay.
Denise Jones.
Yes.
Michael Miller.
Yay.
Motion passed.
Excellent. Item H, approve second reading and adoption of new board policy 712, education equity as recommended by the board policy committee. Is there a first?
Motion to approve second reading and adoption of board policy 712.
And a second?
Second.
Very good, and a roll call, please.
Dr. Michael Thomas.
Yes.
O'Neill Gray.
Yes.
Lauren Dowden.
Yay.
David Shepherd.
Yes.
Rachel Merrickwin, yes. Denise Jones.
Yes.
Michael Miller.
Yay.
Motion passed.
Excellent, thank you so much. All right, next, we will be recessing to closed session to discuss the employment, compensation, discipline, performance, or dismissal of specific employees of the district or legal counsel, including hearing testimony on a complaint lodged against an employee or legal counsel to determine its validity, 5 ILCS 120/2C, student disciplinary cases, 5 ILCS 120/2C9. Is there a first?
Motion to recess to closed session.
And a second? Very good, and a roll call, please.
Okay, Dr. Michael Thomas.
Yes.
Denise Jones.
Yes.
Rachel Merrickwin, yes. David Shepherd.
Yes.
O'Neill Gray.
Yes.
Lauren Dowden.
Yay.
Michael Miller.
Yay.
Motion passed.
Excellent. At this time, we'll be going to closed session. The stream will stop here. Everybody else, you are more than welcome to stay. We don't know when we will come back. Please feel free to grab a cupcake.